Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about pre-production. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, and yeah, here we are. As I hope you know, pre-production is the most important step in the filmmaking process, because if you do it right, you minimize the chances of issues occurring down the line when you're working on a project. Now, to be honest with you, when I began, working in the filmmaking field a couple of years ago, I had no idea how to, do pre-production right. It used to be like this scary place for me where I'm like, oh my god, how do I keep track of everything? Where do I even begin? What taught me how to do it is experience. I've successfully worked on projects with Corona, with DJI, with Artlist, which we were going to be talking about in this video. And to be honest, like now, a couple of years down the line, is actually one of my favorite parts of the process. It's really so fun once you have like a system in place, that basically nothing can go wrong. Yeah, it's just fun, and I hope you see it that way. This is like the longest intro I've probably ever done. So yeah, let's roll the thingy. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how I did the pre-production for a recent project of mine I did for Artlist. It was a UGC ad. I actually did a breakdown of how we shot that in the previous video. Let me dive into the pre-production of this ad that we did recently. Okay, so here I've opened my Milnote account, and as you can see there are many boards in here, but today we will be talking about this one specifically, which is the UGC ad that I did for Artlist some time ago. There is also a breakdown of how we shot it up here in case you're interested. Otherwise, let's dive into this. As you can see, it's pretty simple, small and organized, because it wasn't like a very complicated project, but I do hope that this is going to serve like a nice example for you to see basically how my thinking goes when creating those. So firstly, I began with the information I had from the client with the client brief. I won't be able to open this presentation for you, but I've wrote down the most important information that the client has told me, which is basically the duration of the ad, the formats that they wanted in. For me also, some of the most important questions that you need to be asking in the beginning, because a lot of people actually get confused to where exactly to begin when they're, doing pre-production. And I think you need to begin by asking your client the right questions. Like, where is this video going to be posted? What audience is going to watch it? Because they know their audience best and their, clients best. So you need to have this information before you actually begin creatively like planning the video. So anyhow, as I said, those are like the client brief and guidelines. Always ask your clients what are the do's and don'ts, because you don't want to go on set and film the product in a way that is not going to serve your client well. So yeah, be sure, to ask those. Anyways, I've worked with ArtGrid before, when there was ArtGrid, and we did a similar video like 2 years ago. So I was kind of familiar with, what their expectations are. And I drafted, the talking head voiceover segments of the video, like the script, so to say. And I sent the client like a little creative brief. It's really simple. I didn't really go into a lot of detail because again, it's just a simple video, like talking head video with like B-roll segments in it. So I explained it here, and we had a call, and they were very happy with it. I think we just changed like 1 or 2 words just to make it sound a bit better and more suitable to what we were working with. And by the way, 2 years ago, I was doing like a similar ad for ArtGrid. Now, this was their only footage licensing platform. Currently, they have it combined all in one, which I think is a good moment for me to share with you that this video, and like the whole channel for the year, is sponsored by Artlist, and I'm like super thankful for that. But I want to tell you a bit more about the platform. Artlist is the best platform for content creators right now. If you're creating online content for Instagram, for YouTube, for TikTok, they got you covered. It's not only music, they have sound effects, they have templates that you can use on all editing platforms like DaVinci, Premiere Pro, Final Cut. You don't have to worry about licensing any of it because they got you covered. You know, it's not only for your personal work, you can use it for client work as well. and there is an abundance of assets available for you. They're refreshing their library like as we were talking. And me and my team have been utilizing all those assets and those videos as well. Like a lot of the things that you're seeing that we are using or like hearing when it comes to sound effects, it's from there. And I think unlike other platforms, here you have everything in one place and one subscription basically covers all of your needs. So if you have been, considering signing up for Artlist, you can use my link in the description of this video and it's going to give you 2 free months on top of an annual subscription. So thank you Artlist for sponsoring this channel.
Oh man, oh.
And now let's move on. So from there on, it was time, to gather a crew and explain to them what, I'm going to be looking for creatively. I made a little short list here, and when it comes to like references, it's again very, very stripped down. Like for example, let me just show you this passion piece that I did, Blue Mind. That was the short list for it. As you can see, much more like complex, and this was the mood board. So it depends on the project, but again, in this case, I kind of wanted to create something that, represents Artlist and me, and not, get too caught up in references, so that, when I'm on set, I have a bit more of creative freedom. But like the 2 main things were, this bubblegum reference from a Nike video and this text that we actually did on a wall, not like on the ceiling as here in the example. And this is a reference that I sent to the set design team so that they know what I'm looking for. We built like everything from the ground up on the location. And this here is the ad I did for Outgrid 2 years ago. So as you can see, a much more simpler version of, I guess, what we did this year. I guess still in the beginning of my career back then. Also, this time we had a bit more of a budget, so this also allowed for more creative freedom, but the format was kind of the same. Then with the camera assistant and with the camera operator, we were discussing the gear list and the rental list. We pretty much used most of the stuff that I have here in the studio, and we rented a couple of things that you can see laid out here. I think this is like, for me personally, the cleanest way, because everything, it's in one place. Your team can just open the Milanote board and everyone can see, based on their departments, the things that are meant to be, seen by them. This is like a list of the crew, a couple of things that we needed to make sure we capture on set when it comes to the VFX shots. And here I have 2 presentations by the production design team, and they created a 3D model of the space so that we know what we are working with. And this is like so easier than, going on set and having no clue what to expect. Here you see the main colors of the space, and then they went on and, purchased like a desk, a chair. Actually, the chair that I'm currently sitting on, I saved it. Yeah, all the props that are going to be needed, which are, those are the references that they sent me, and this was basically how it was supposed to look like. This here is the final result. And then this here is a presentation by my makeup artist. So we went with something along those lines, a bit more, creative, funky. And then the business mode is basically the talking head in the video. And I really loved that they included this reference here, which is from a Taylor Swift video called The Man that she directed. And if you know me, you know that I'm a crazy Taylor Swift fan. So once I saw this, I was like, oh my god, you know me so well. This here was the call sheet that my production assistant sent to the team a couple of days before the day of the shoot. By the way, I do have a call sheet template on my website, lostonisland.com/shop, and there are ton of other assets that I'm going to tell you in a bit. But yeah, the call sheet is all of the things that your crew needs to know about. Basically, who they are. Typically, you also include their like phone numbers. But here, our crew, we know each other very well, so it wasn't, needed to go into that much details. And then here, as you can see, are the couple of shots that we needed to take and the time that during which this is, planned to happen. This is the location, and then this is the final result. Stuck in the edits? Hi, I'm Aya, award-winning director and owner of a film production company. I want to share with you my secret to always impressing clients when it comes to post-production. Go to artlist.io. Artlist is the perfect platform for creatives, giving you access to a ton of tools like music, sound effects, footage, and templates. And my favorite part is that one subscription covers all of your projects on any platform forever. Never deal with licensing ever again. Save time, money, and impress your clients with artlist.io. Okay, so as you can see, this is how I do pre-production for a project like this. For me, this was like a fun exercise, to be honest, because there wasn't like a lot of pressure. As I said, the client gave us a lot of creative freedom. It was just a very pleasant experience. But I also wanted to share with you like a bit of a shameless plug. Please hear me out. This is the production toolbox, an asset that I'm selling on my online shop. And this is basically the whole streamlined system of how to do pre-production with all of the documents that you might need. There are discovery call questions that you can ask your client. There are pitch and treatment templates. There are crew contracts, call sheet templates, basically all of the assets that I sell on my online store, plus a bunch of others that I don't have, listed on there. So I think this is going to be a really helpful system for any of you out there who is looking to learn more about pre-production, dive into this side of things, or maybe you want to compare notes and see how others do stuff. If you want to check that, please go on my store and do that. Yeah, other than that, I think this is going to be the video for pre-production. I'd be happy, to do this again for other upcoming projects. I really hope that you learned something new. I hope you stick around, press the subscribe button. This really helps. I'll see you around in the next one.